wanted to go over a couple of things with you. We're getting a lot of people asking questions on, so I figured I'd just do a video on it. One of the big questions that people are having is, and this is what's the citizenship development here, by the way, to Sunrise Hills Villas, but what's happened is it's no longer approved for citizenship, but individual homes, if they're approved for through the home program, can qualify for citizenship, by the way. Back on this thing about the prices going up as of the end of June on the citizenship by investment on the fast track programs of the countries in the Caribbean, all of them are going up. As of the end of June, June the 30th is the last day you have to have all your paperwork in. Now, St. Kitts, as you know, is already going up on their donation option. By the way, this is the donation option, not the real estate option, but I can tell you, once the, and this is one of the biggest questions I've gotten from people is, like right now, St. Kitts is their government fee for one person for the real estate option to get citizenship in St. Kitts is $25,000 for one person. But I can tell you that's probably going to go up, because once everybody else goes up, the competition for cheaper type programs in the fast track program won't exist anymore. When I say cheaper, the price is going to double, so it's no longer going to be anywhere close to what it was before on the donation option. Real estate option, $25,000. They could triple that fee. It's $75,000 and still be 3 times less than the donation option in St. Kitts on the real estate government fee than what the donation option would be. In other words, if the fee, look at the view out here, even if the fee is approximately $25,000 now for one person in St. Kitts on the government fee to get citizenship, if they triple that to $75,000 on the government fee for one person on the real estate option, you're still looking at 3 times less than what the donation option is right now in St. Kitts at $250,000. So you see how much flexibility they've got in raising that up, way up, and still get a lot of business from it. In fact, I've told people this before, that the real estate fee right now at $25,000 is cheaper than it was in 2006. It was $35,000 for one person in 2006. It's $25,000 now. Still remember those fees, okay? And so I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to stay here. I mean, these fees, all of them have gone way up. And so if you're thinking about doing it, I think you ought to be jumping at it, because you're going to end up spending a lot more money by waiting, because it's going to do nothing but go up in time. Now, do they have plans on changing that $25,000 right now? No, but there's been talk about it. I've talked with people that feel like either that fee's probably going to go up, okay? And if it goes up, they could go up easily to $50,000 from $25,000 in St. Kitts, because St. Kitts has got the best overall program on the fast track programs in the Caribbean, because they got more visa-free travel, no income tax, and also lower overall taxes than the other programs on the fast track program. In fact, the only other one, like I mentioned before, is Antigua, that doesn't have an income tax. So my suggestion is to try to jump in and get it, and then go from there. Now, there is also, I mentioned to you, for y'all that missed the last video we had, we've got quite a bit of interest, people calling in on the bid auction on that one development called Pirate's Nest, okay? This is a development that finished, but what happened was they never got a homeowners association put together, and Also, since I did that video, there's a few things I wanted to update you on. That particular development, that website that was on that video is invalid. I tried it when I got back. That's invalid, and both those numbers are invalid. So it looks like they've scooped the doodle, I guess, because I can't find any contacts at all. But I have had quite a bit of interest on people calling on that. So if you've got a unit in Pirate's Nest and you're looking to, you want to put it in the bid auction, let me know, because we've already got people that are calling that are buyers. And this might be a really good chance for some really good deals if you're looking to buy property in St. Kitts, because it looks, let me tell you why it's probably not a lot has been done with that. Is the guy that was the developer was the guy from Hong Kong, and that's another reason why I tell people, if you get a developer to build, get somebody that's here in St. Kitts, that's been here for years and years and years, and they've got something to lose because they've got all kinds of assets over here instead of just taking off and leaving. That's the problem that you have. And I think maybe a lot of those people that bought probably don't speak English, or their English is very limited. So they probably don't know who to go to or what to go on with that property they got over there, because it's and of course these all these people are wealthy, so they got it for the citizenship. So to them, they got the passport, and a lot of these people are mega wealthy in Hong Kong, so they just get the passport, and some of them probably don't even really care what happens. Who knows? But like I said, if you're looking for a good deal, you might want to register your name in, and then as we get more and more people that want to sell their property through a bid auction in that development, let me know, because it's got incredible views up there. It's right on top of a mountain, and it's got real nice views, and you could probably get a really good deal on the property. But I won't know until as bits and pieces come in about who the owners are, and we'll try to find out from the citizenship if they can contact some of these people, because these people need to be able to get their money back out of those properties, and they're not getting any rent at all because the developer more or less just took off. So as we find out more about that property, that's one development you could probably get a real good deal on, okay? And but you would have to register your name and just text through WhatsApp, and then I'll let you know when we find out more on that as it goes on. The other question I had several people have asked me this, and I thought I'd add it to this video, is look at those views out there, just incredible here. This is Half Moon Bay. We just crossed over the line to Frigate Bay, right where Sunrise Hills Villas were there. Now this is Half Moon Bay. All of this is on the golf course, looking out towards the ocean. One of the questions I had is, what about how strict is the building code here when people build? Well, let me just tell you, a lot has to do with the builder that you deal with. That's true anywhere you go to. The type of quality materials that you put in. That's why we try to deal with building contractors that I know use good materials. They're here all the time. They've been here for years and years and years. You want to do that. You want to get somebody that is a good builder, but someone that's here, okay? Not somebody that's floating in and floating out, okay? And so that's what I would be looking for. Now, you also want to make sure, in most of the citizenship developments, you'll find out they use reinforced concrete. It's just as a 4 or 5 wouldn't knock it down, okay? A hurricane 4 or 5. These the only thing you would have if you had a direct hit would be maybe some roofing issues and stuff like that, and some window issues. The key is to get good hurricane shutters, and that's what I would advise you doing on all the windows and doors. And it's not just for that. It's those hurricane shutters work really good for security reasons. Like the place I'm living in, mine is like Fort Knox if I'm taking off and leaving. And so you want to have not just protection for that, but you also want to have good security. And I would advise you getting in a gated place when you get a unit, because of not just security, but they also keep your place up when you're gone. And we like to deal with places that are gated. You'll do a lot better. And people like renting places like that too, especially the vet students here, because we've got a vet school and 2 medical schools here, and that just fuels the market for renters. So that's what you want to be looking for. But everything is based on the builder that you use. You got good ones and you got bad ones, okay? And some of them are more responsible than others. I mean, that's and the country does have certain codes and restrictions here when you're building. But you also have, if you have a bad builder, that's not going to do you any good anyway. That's why I tell people you need to make sure that you get someone who really knows what they're doing. But definitely use concrete on your house, at least majority part of it, because you want to do that for protection for weather. And I've been here 18 years and never had a problem. We've had storms have come through here, but you deal with it. You get insurance, and you also have, unless you want to be your own insurance company, where you can pick up the tab if something happens, to the unit. But it's just a matter of don't try to go with the cheapest builder all the time. I see some people out here create their own headaches because they get these cheap builders that just cause a lot of headaches. You want to get somebody who knows what they're doing, and use good concrete. And you can also get these cables that literally wrap around your roof and hold your roof down. This is the type of thing you want to be doing. Now, I would use for your roofing here, if you're building, either Gavaloon. Gavaloon, I think, is really good here. It can last you literally a lifetime. You don't even need to paint it or anything like that. Galvanized is good. I like Gavaloon probably even better. And those are some things I would be looking for. Now, if you're purchasing a house, Frigate Bay is pretty much built out. You can get properties down here. In fact, I would advise you to get a house, and I've told people this before, over and over again. I would advise you to get a unit that's already built. And the reason I would do that, you skip all the headaches of dealing with contractors here. And I have a lot of people that don't listen to me on this, and they learn the hard way. I think you're better off getting a house that's already built. Somebody's gotten all the kinks out, and go that route. And if you purchase, this is the place I would purchase, is in Frigate Bay or Half Moon Bay. I think for the money, I've been all over Nevis, St. Kitts, north, south, east, west. The best 2 places for the money, okay, is Half Moon Bay, and that's this here. See all these hills back behind here, and Frigate Bay. And Frigate Bay is right next to Half Moon Bay, and you're right here on the golf course on both of those areas. Now I'll tell you something else too. The closer you get, I don't like to be right on the golf course. I like to be up high, overlooking the golf course, and then overlooking the ocean. Those 2 views is what attracts a lot of wealthy people. And then you can't see it from here, but off in the distance you can see the Southeast Peninsula going towards Christoph Harbor. The only thing is down there's no grocery stores. The prices are higher, and I don't know why they're higher. As I mentioned before, they should be cheaper because there's no grocery stores down there. The views up here are better. Accessibility is a lot better up here. It's very dry down there too, because it's a long ways from the two mountains. The closer you get to Mount Lyamiga and Mount Nevis, you get more rain. Down there, it's amazing how dry it gets. Just in the Southeast Peninsula versus where I'm at, just 8 miles away, 8 to 11 miles away in Frigate Bay. Huge difference. And see these houses up on the hilltop here? It's almost dark here now, so it's getting harder to see. But these are houses that you see up on that hilltop. That's the end of Frigate Bay right there. And we are at the north part of Frigate Bay, which is the best part because you avoid the bar zones, which is in South Frigate Bay. You need to remember that, because when you come down, if you get a property, you need to know what's going on and what's around you, because those bar zones on the weekends can lift up, can be pretty loud sometimes. You won't hear anything out here north Frigate Bay. This, to me, is the prettiest area in both Nevis and St. Kitts. Is North Frigate, right near the golf course, but up high, because you won't need an AC unit. I don't even use them here. You don't need them. Right now, I'm hearing about all this heat wave that's going on in the U.S. Man, it's not like that down here. You would think the Caribbean would be hotter than Florida. That's not the case. Like right now, it's about, you can go on the internet, just pull up St. Kitts. I think the high was 87. The low was like about 80. Go look in places like in New York. All these heat waves that's going on, we're hitting the mid to high 90s. And we haven't hit 4th of July yet. That's when it gets really bad. Back in the U.S. and other places, you don't have that here. You got very moderate weather. Doesn't get too hot, doesn't get too cold. It's perfect all year round. And the Leeward Island chain, which is where St. Bart's, Antigua, places like Saba, St. Martin's, all of these places are the French and Dutch side. You got Anguilla. All of those are right close by here. St. Croix is about 80 miles away, so we're not too far from the American Virgin Islands, and also the British Virgin Islands. They're right there too. So this area is a lot better weather than you're going to get in Jamaica, Belize. Belize is, believe it or not, it's on the Caribbean side, and so is Panama. Panama's got both sides, the Caribbean and the Pacific. But Panama's dreadfully hot. Central America is very, very hot in the summertime. You don't have that here. It only ranges about 5-degree difference in the summer and winter here. And the coolest time here is about from November through about March or April. But it doesn't change that much after that. You don't get this dreadful heat and stuff. Like I said, I don't use AC, so that tells you something there. So, if you're looking to build again, and something else I'll tell you too that I think is really stupid. A lot of people do this. I think it's they realize it's a big mistake. Is they'll go with the donation option. I've seen so many people do this, and then they'll come down, they'll buy a property for real estate, and they could have done that to get the citizenship, but only paid $25,000 in the government fee instead of $250,000. I don't think people sit down and look at these figures when they do stuff like this. But to me, it's just it's a no-brainer. You need to take the time out, sit down, and look at the figures, and see what you're paying. But again, like I said, that you're better off picking in either a house that qualifies for citizenship, okay, which is $800,000 and above, or go with a condominium unit that's $400,000 and above. But stick with the citizenship zones because your market's a lot bigger when you resell, okay? Or go in the developments where the properties qualify for citizenship. In other words, that development qualifies for citizenship. That's where you want to pick. So again, if the house doesn't qualify for the home program, or condominium doesn't qualify for the home program, and it's not in the citizenship zones, just stay out of it. You're eliminating yourself from a huge market of wealthy people coming in, and this is a problem that a lot of people don't realize when they come to St. Kitts. So you want to pick a good builder that you know is going to do something right for you. Now, one of the questions I've got for you too, or questions people have for me, is can you build your own house down here, and can it qualify for citizenship? The answer is yes and no. There's only a couple of developments down here. One that's very overpriced. The other one is on the far end of the island, and you can get the land for citizenship. And what you can do is you can just build on that lot that you pick. Now, one's got a maintenance fee, the other one does not. So, yeah, you can do that. You can come down and build your own house. But those are the only two developments I know, I think, in even the whole Federation. But if you're going to do it, you want to do it in St. Kitts because your property values will do a lot better. And I've got other videos on that than Nevis. Huge difference in your resales because of the number of people that come to St. Kitts versus Nevis, and all the amenities you have here. I mean, you look at my other videos, I've done so many videos on the difference, you need to just pull those up. So, you know, if you're going to build, there are two developments down here you can build on, and one is very, very high, the other one is not quite so high. And you can build whatever house that you want, and it would qualify for citizenship, okay? So anyway, if you've got any questions or comments, just put them below. And also, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. We're more likely to get this video out to a lot more people. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And again, our website's www.citizenshipquickly.com. And I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care.